My hair is everywhere because I'm rebraiding it and I got it all braided up in sections and it's like flying everywhere and it's pinned over here and braided over here and tied over here. I'm just hyped that I can pull my hair so far over to one side that it twists and then I tie it in a knot. Like, who you think you is with all this hair that guy? So today's messages, and I'm not sure if I'm going to just be my regular thugged out careless self and be in front of this camera and y'all just see me with my hair and all of its almost getting done glory, or if I'm going to make this a voiceover. But either way, y'all going to get this message. So I'm going to just jump right into it. I seldom like to introduce myself because I feel like it makes me start talking about other things, which is not as important as what I really want to say. So, I'm Jengerbomb, everybody's mom. That's it. That's the type of attitude I got. That's who I am. That's it. Short and sweet. So, I recently have been rekindling the relationship between me and my dad. I just got off the phone with him. I haven't talked to him in more than a year. I'm sorry. If y'all saw any of my other videos, you know that my dog and cat like to make special appearances, and you'll hear the dog's toes on the floor. You'll hear her red bottoms because I don't cut her nails. I refuse. Anyway, I could see how really being in a place of accepting the fact that our relationship needs to heal. It showed me where and how to honor myself as a woman. Now, how this makes sense, there's something that's very protective about securing a relationship between you and your father. It's something sacred there. It's nothing that you can name. It's no specific name that you can put on it. It's the bond. It just is what it is. And so rekindling it is really sparking something else in me that has been long held captive. But you know, you have to go through things and grow through things. But throughout the course of the conversation, there were some things that were being said, and with other members of my family, there was this need to try to have me be the middleman, and I just totally disagreed. And it made me think about something else that I probably was talking about before, because it sounded familiar when I started talking to myself about it. Sometimes people have so much fear. Fear has no age. It has no sex that it prefers. It has no barrier on that. There's no barrier on that. I'm going to move this over just a little bit. I'm trying to get a different... I don't freaking know. Those are my lights. Aren't they cute? I never have them on. They are so freaking bright. It's unbelievable. I got them from Amazon. And they're supposed to range it like it's a line that goes here, here, here. Like they're all 6 inches away from each other. They go straight across. Okay? And it's a lot of freaking lights. And I just didn't have anywhere else to hang them. I just didn't want them squished up in a box anymore because no. But anyway. So... I wasn't going to put myself in a position to be the middleman. If I did that, then I wouldn't honor the place that I had been healing all of this time. Part of me and my healing had a lot to do with not realizing that I was people-pleasing. You know how people, when you're raised to believe that if you do so much for yourself, you're just selfish. Totally not true, and we all know the case, and we've all heard the story, so I don't need to explain all of that. But it follows the same guideline, and it's like the backwards version of it. It's like, because you're responsible for so much, you start to feel like you have to, and you really just don't. It's some things that do fall into your line of responsibility that you are supposed to do, and then other things you just do it out of habit because you're just used to falling in line. And that could be for yourself and for other people, but I just refuse to be the middleman because that relationship needs a healthy restoration. I'm not being Cupid. I'm not being cousin. I'm not being daughter. I'm not being sister for it. I'm going to stand over here and watch y'all act like grown-ups and fix your shit because I had to be one and fix mine. So me, being a 38-year-old girl to my dad, had to tell my dad, no. I told him, I said, I think it's best for you to just do the reaching out. And it was so funny to me to see how everybody's, not funny, not like that, but just funny like, wow, it really has no age. Healing has no age to see and hear his inner child come out. Like he was really yearning for a solution because he really didn't know what to do as far as approaching the other family member. And it's like hearing him say, well, I was just hoping you could just stand in the middle. It's like he really just, it hit a deep place really quick for me because I just did a video last night about the divine masculines wanting to be that guy finally, going through some sort of healing, reaching a point and not really knowing how to do the rest, but knowing that they want their change to be known to the woman that they hurt the most or the person that they hurt the most. And in the divine masculine and feminine case, that would be that. But there's this feeling now of the masculine recognizing where his rejection caused so much ruin and it caused so much pain that it's scaring him into not wanting to feel any of that. And so a lot of divine feminines are sitting around waiting for their masculine, or in some cases not sitting around waiting for their masculine, but can feel his presence because you are two of one soul. And you can feel them or hear them and somehow know that their desire to reach out to you is sitting right there. It's like under your nose. And for whatever reason, for the reason of not wanting to feel the same rejection and pain, because now, for whatever reason, as unemotional as men claim to be, they've gotten a clear-cut or had a clear-cut karmic experience, whether it had been their health, whether it had been their finances, or whether it had been with another person to dish out to them what they've been dishing out to other people. They now understand and taste and feel and smell and know what it's like to feel the pain that they've dispersed to many people, and especially their divine counterpart. So I'm having this conversation with him and I'm feeling his inner child come up. It's like this place to him really completely oblivious to most of what was done to cause such a wreckage to take place between this relationship. And he's like, I was just hoping that you can talk to them and, let them know. I'm not paving the way. I'm not letting nobody know nothing. That shock and awe and surprise, that's supposed to be for her. That's supposed to be for her when a divine masculine calls a divine feminine. There's no person that's supposed to be in between that experience. When that person shows up, you are not supposed to be warned. If somebody's warning you that the person is coming, that is not a divine. That's not divine. That's not letting divinity take over anything. So that's just you getting in the way and trying to conduct something that you prayed to God to handle, and you sitting here still pulling the damn puppet strings. No. So mind your business. I basically told my dad, nope, I'm going to mind my business. I'm not doing it. And when I gave him my clear thought, surprisingly, and this is how I can tell our relationship took a really good turn for the better, because he said, I really like to thank you for your honesty and your thoughts on that. I know I was hoping that you would do it, and I still am, but I get what you're saying. And then he said, but I just want to know when you think it would be a good time to call. And I'm like, okay, in one ear and out the other. Cool. But I just feel like I said, try it. Just do it. Sometimes the person on the end that has to do the fixing has to just fucking do it. Like, you gotta Nike the shit out of some stuff sometimes. You can't just sit there and be like, waiting for the conductor to say, okay, now go. Like, no, you don't need that. For what? What do you need that for? You need to just go. Go, go, go. Taco Bell said go. Nike said, just do it. And that's just how I feel about everything these days. Just fuck it. Okay? Nike said just do it. Taco Bell said go. Dave Chappelle said just fuck it. That's pretty much how I am about a lot of things these days. So, because look at me. I actually wore my hair like this before, except it was neatly braided back. I don't know. I look crazy as shit right now. Maybe I should put my earrings on. I don't care anyway. So, it got me to thinking about how people crutch. Because he started saying something like, he started going over his whole schedule. He started saying, well, I know she has a schedule and I have a long schedule too. And it sounded like a bunch of reasons for stalling were being put there. I don't want to say excuses, because excuses means that nothing is being done and you just filtering shit just because you just scared. Reasons for stalling were put there. Well, I have a schedule and she has a schedule and we have to do this. And I just want to know an ideal time so I can absolutely get answer. And I felt right there, like right there, like that was really self-serving. You know, like, I want to know from you what she doing. I can't say that. Like, that's my dad. But I'm just sitting on the other end of the phone like, didn't I just sit here and talk for 10 minutes? But I'm like, I can't do that. I can't be that person. I'm not at her ankle and titty every 5 minutes of the day. I don't know what she's doing. She's a busy person. Fighting the ailment, but she's busy. Like, she's not going to be knocked down. Hello. So anyway, it was just really, as you can see, a little frustrating for me because I don't like repeating myself. But it was just that it wasn't as frustrating as it was refreshing to see that he was trying to seek a solution. And then it made me think of something that my mentor was teaching me last year about people being able to stand outside of themselves and see themselves. And then when you heal from whatever it is that you healed, and when you help somebody else and you look at their situation and you see how you can see a fragmented self of how you used to be in them, and you look at them like, wow, like that's what that looked like? It's so crazy. But anyway, so it got me to thinking about how crutchy we can be and codependent, you know. Always needing an excuse to stall, always needing a reason to not perform, always looking for an excuse to say I can't, always wanting to just have somebody else take responsibility so the weight doesn't feel so heavy. But sometimes you have to hold the weight on your shoulders. Like, think of a sumo wrestler in squat position. And you've been given all of this, and you have to hold the weight of this on your shoulders to see if even if you have this on your shoulders, you can still push yourself up and stand up. Like, that's how I look at all of that kind of stuff. That's how I look at it. And so it really is just interesting now to know that the era that we're in, usually it's like the kids need the parents. And now I'm finding that there are so many people within my age bracket that are awakening into this newness that the universe is providing, because the year categories of people that came before us are stuck in such a way of believing and learning that our ways of believing and learning and accepting and drawing things in, it's hard for them to grasp it. So I feel like they need us more than we need them. I don't want to sound cocky when I say that, but I say that in a way to say that we have an answer for our elders. And it's because, for whatever reason, and it's not to say that they don't have answers for us, it's things that they went through that we didn't, because we didn't come up in their era. So I think that now it's at a point where there's such an even scale where there's this part of this that the youth can teach the elders, and then there's this part of this that the elders can still teach the youth, but the elders need to get out of this mind state of thinking that the youth won't accept certain things. Our minds are so wide and willing. It doesn't shut anything down. Well, I'm going to speak for myself. I don't shut nothing out. I think that anything you can think of exists somewhere on this planet or in a dimension. Maybe if you can't see it, it's there. It's there because your mind thought it. I've been like that ever since I was little. I will never stop thinking that way. It just is what it is. And so I feel like now, and it showed itself in a little way just in how my dad seemed to be more accepting of some of the things that I said than I would usually expect a resistance. You know, when I talk to my mom a lot of times nowadays, she'll have this, see, I get distracted. I'm looking at the paint on, well, anyway, she'll have this, this thought, and she'll say something, and I just be like, Mom, you can't think like that. And when I, a long time ago, would suggest certain things to her and try to make my point, it was always like, nah, yeah, I don't want to hear it. Nope, that is not the way it's supposed to be. Nowadays, her level of consideration for a wider range of thought shocks me every single time. I notice she'll get what I'm saying when she responds a certain way, and I'm sitting there like, who is this in this car? Well, who is this in this room with me? That's not my mom. Or when she go real silent, like she won't say nothing. And sometimes I think that that's just her way of being like surprised that the two things coming together actually make sense. I told y'all how she was about the tarot cards. Lord have mercy. Now she comes in the room, right? She came in here. First of all, she broke my toilet the other day. Now I got to go find a plumber and $250 to replace a toilet. Damn, man. The little thing on the toilet broke. Don't come in here. Thanks. Don't lock me in my room, you jerk face. My son just locked me in my room because I kicked him out. Oh, fucking ass. So anyway, it's this little latch thing on the inside of the toilet. It popped. And so my little Bob the Builder fixed the little doohickey until you got time to really replace the toilet ass. Tied a string to it to create a little mechanism to make sure that the toilet flushes fluid so it get it fixed. It's only been like, it's been a week now, right? Here come my mom. Here she go. She comes over here on Saturday. First of all, I bought this house from a very old man. So everything in here is like original. Like the porcelain on that toilet is no joke. Like, why are you so heavy? And I'm just talking about the lid. Like the lid that you lift the top of the... Why are you so heavy? It feels like the base of the toilet. Anyway. She lifts it up. She's not supposed to be lifting stuff. What you lifting stuff for? Why can't you just ask? 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 Right? So here she go. Oh, shoot. Here she go. Right now, I say this one box is below. Oh, I'm getting a message from somebody about orderings and stuff. Hey, yeah. So, here she go. Jen! I'm like, I'm sitting on my bed like, and then my son hears a boom boom. And I'm like, what the fuck was that? So I sit there on the edge of the bed and I'm like, well, I know she not hurt because she didn't continue screaming. All she did was say Jen like she had an attitude. So my son comes up the step. And she like, I can laugh now. I was mad as shit the other day. I broke it. What are you talking about, Mom? What do you mean? You broke what? So I come in the bathroom because I hear her. As I'm walking out the room, I hear her, and I come in the bathroom, and she got this heavy ass top to the toilet in her hand. Mom, why do you have the top of the toilet in your hand? Why are you touching stuff? Why don't you just call me to come and fix it? She's like, well, I didn't know. I was trying to fix it. I saw you at the street, I'm like, oh my God. The way she lifted the top of the toilet, the little ball thing with the stick that come out of it is like this, the pressure thing to fill the water back up is supposed to float above the water. She drops. Oh my God. Say this. Okay. What's long? Say this is the lid to the toilet, right? It's long. Why are you picking that heavy thing up this way? What made you do this with that heavy bin? Why can't you just pick it up and move it to the sink? Where are you turning the car wheel? What are you doing? So she turns it and boom, and it just cracked everything. I go in the bathroom, and the rest of what I thought I was stringing together until Friday is in 4 different pieces. And I'm just standing there like, I said, Mom, please tell me what you did. Well, I was trying to lift the thing up. So she lifted it up higher, and all this water came out. Oh my God, I was so mad. All this water came out of the bottom piece of the damn lid. And I'm just thinking to myself, please just tell me how water got into the lid in the first place. And I very quickly put 2 together, and 2 and 2 together, and I'm like, she dropped it into the water, and it cracked, and now it makes sense. Cool. So I come back in my room. I said, Mom, put that lid down on the sink and just go out the bathroom. So she's still talking to herself in the bathroom about how she was trying to help. I come sit right there on the edge of my bed, and I'm just like, who can I call to fix my toilet, and what am I supposed to do? So I literally now know how to function the toilet because I had to go in there a few times and make some other contraption until I can get this toilet fixed on Friday. And boom, there's my life. Now you know it inside out because I told you about my toilet. So it's a good thing I still can flush it, because we would literally be up Schitt's Creek, or either Schitt's Creek would be in the bathroom on the fucking floor. Sorry, I'm trying to stop cursing. On the floor if I didn't know how to do it, okay? So she come back in the room, and I said, Mom, you broke my toilet. She's like, I was just trying to help. And then continues to watch the Cinderella story. I sat in that bed, I said, oh my God. Oh, I was so mad. Oh my God, I didn't know what to do. And then I just got over it and started laughing about it. Because I literally couldn't do anything else. I couldn't even be mad about it no more, as much as I wanted to be. Oh my God. I done forgot the point that I was even going into talking about that. I don't know what I was talking about. What was I saying? I don't know. I don't even know. I find myself sharing life stories every time I talk about something nowadays. And a lot of things I don't post. Whatever. Anyway, it's funny. So, getting back to my original storyline, and how we really need each other more than we think we do. And there's so much commonality. And so many of us are healing. So many of us are going through the same things, just from different points of view. And so we need each other for that. And sometimes it's hard to... That's what I was going to say. Sometimes it's hard to... Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, sis. Thank you, girl, because I know it's you. Sometimes it's hard to... fully be where you want to be in your healing because of the person that is attached to the issue. Some people's relationships are so toxic that they experience nothing but ruin. And depending on their mind space and perspective, ruin has to be the end result of how their relationship ends. It doesn't have to be. There's always room for a miracle. I believe that. But I just feel like some people will allow themselves to hold on negativity. They like it. They like having an excuse to not have to be a certain way with a person because they don't want to put the energy into admission, and they don't want to put the energy into fixing, and they don't want to put the energy into having to say sorry, or they don't want to put the energy into really being honest. It's just, it feels like it's too much work, and a lot of it is because they're scared of rejection. And a lot of people think rejection means just turning a person away. No, rejection it has a very long stem, and for someone to feel pushed away in any regard, it doesn't matter how big or small it is, anyone feeling opposed will cause them to stay in their energy of, oh, well, I guess it's supposed to be this way. And that's why I was saying that, because my dad brought that up. He said something like, you know, I guess that's just the way things are now, but I really don't want it to be that way. And I said to him, if you don't want it to be that way, then don't let it. I mean, I said, you can't even say that age has anything to do with it, because we're all different ages, and I'm sitting here talking to you like this about this, and we can mend these broken fences. It just really requires one step. All you have to do is take one step, and sometimes the scariest step is the one that you need to take the most. It's the one that yields the best result that you never expected to see. And sometimes you just showing the universe that you're willing to take that step and be courageous and fix things and mend stuff will really just bring everything where it's supposed to be at. Why? Nope. Hold on, guys. You got to get out. Get out. So, needing to just sort out tons of small things is really crucial and key. And I think a lot of people think that healing is supposed to be, oh, let's go to sleep mad and wake up and be totally healed. No, it's not a day-like thing. It's a course of time. It's a long stretch, especially for some people, and depending on the damage. And we already know that. But your willingness to just be that person. Like, you already know what it feels like to feel fucked up. You already know what it feels like to be mad. You done been there already. Some people, but the problem is people just like to stay mad because that's the familiar energy. It's like, that's the familiar spirit that they're used to encapsulating. Like, why would you do that? Why do you want to do that? Why you want to go and do that? Why you want to go and do that? You know, like, that's dumb. It's like you're doing it to yourself. And so, I feel like some people not having that that encouragement, it comes from really them just not being honest with themselves. A lot of times people feel rejection and they may not realize this because they're not being fully honest. Like my dad, I know that some things he was wrong about, but he really will act oblivious. And I told him in kind words that you just need to be honest. Be honest with yourself and then try to have the conversation, because that's the only way that you're going to get the results you're looking for. And most people don't walk into certain conversations because they know they're going to be full of shit when they try to start talking. They're going to try to start saying things that will, like I said, be more self-serving and inadvertently give themselves the excuses to the other person as to why they acted the way that they did, when that's really not even what the other person is looking for. It's probably just looking for a sincere gesture of being apologetic, not sorry. I feel like sorry is a habit, and apologetic is a sincere notion to know that something wrong was done on your behalf and you really just need to fix it. And that's just how I feel. I'm always going to feel like that. They're two different words. They're similar, but they're two different words for a reason. Sorry is just a way of being. Sorry is just a ass energy that you walk around with, and that's your excuse for everything. And sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, you are at this point. Yeah, that's exactly what you are. And every move that you make will be that way because you just don't do anything to get out of fucking sorry. Sorry drives me nuts. Anyway. How long I've been talking? Oh, 30 minutes, girl. I thought I was in an hour. Anyway. Hopefully, when I make another video, my hair will be finished. So many tiny ass braids. I got so much stuff to do. I'm making another sky. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. I think this camera is making it look way brighter. It looks pale. This thing is like a deep, dope fuchsia. You know what it looked like? Magenta from Barney. It's that bright. And here it looked like baby pink. What's happening? I don't know. Anyway, I'm making these. I make these scarves. I sell them on withlovebyginger.com. Don't judge the seller because of my hair. Just consider me being slightly natural right now. Just ignore this and just consider me being slightly natural right now, and that's it. Who cares? Okay, so that's what I really wanted. That's what I wanted to talk about today. I wanted to talk about what was on my mind immediately as I was in the energy. Because I feel like people could benefit from hearing this. And maybe this will help them sort some things out or face some fears. And, you know, have some conversations that are long overdue that they need to have. And the first one really need to be with yourself. Because you can't have no real conversation with nobody outside of you if you're still lying to you. Because fuck that. That's why. How about that? What am I going to name this video? Parenting your inner child. What? What am I going to name it? What am I going to name it? I don't know. Whatever. Me and my Target sheet's about to get out of here. Did I get these from Target? I got this from Ross. No, was it Target? Walmart. I don't know. I stay in all three of them stores. It doesn't matter. I get what I need and then get a whole bunch of shit that I don't. So, but I don't freaking know. Anyway, maybe I should have did my video with my beanie on all day, all night. How would that have looked? I'm really on television making myself look really, really crazy, but even if you try to check me, you'll never faze me. You kiss my fucking ass. You don't even know. If I cared, I wouldn't be up here like this. I don't. Anyway, I'm about to get off here because I got a lot to do. And I got to be up quite early. And on the inside, I'm kicking my feet about it because I really just want to work from home tomorrow and not be bothered. But unfortunately, I have to get up early and get dressed early instead of late and just be responsible and all that kind of stuff. So, you know what I'm saying? Have a good night and a good day tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Have a good night and a good day. Follow my Instagram for my fantastic, random, enlightment. Visit my apparel, not apparel, but accessory for now page. Not apparel. I took the apparel down. Visit my apparel page. Did I just say that again after I just said I took the apparel page? Yeah. I need to go to sleep. Last night I went to sleep at like 4 o'clock in the morning. And was real chipper about it. Like I ain't had to get up at 6. But it was one of them things where I got past a certain hour of the night doing a bunch of stuff that I just couldn't go to sleep. And I was so excited that I started getting like teary-eyed sleep at 3:39. When 4 o'clock came here, I'm like, yes! And I laid down. I was tired as shit when I woke up this morning. Anyway, I'm trying to avoid that and get a good night's sleep since I have to be out in the morning. And I'm just trying to figure out how much of my hair I'm going to be able to get done before I roll out. And maybe I should just go into work like this so they can send me home. Maybe if I go in like this and they think that I lost my damn shit, they be like, Jen, you need a day, sis. Going back home. The sad part is, if you really knew me like you knew me, I really would go just like this. Only people that know me for real know that I would absolutely go like this. I'm not gonna go like this. I'm gonna find a head. All right. I'll see you guys.